Hello, this is Alan. I'm part of the Alan and Dawn Internet Marketing team. And today I'm going to show you very quickly and simply how to set up or create a video with your PowerPoint slides. Now this video is primarily about how to actually create the video and not so much about PowerPoint. But for those people who are not familiar with PowerPoint or don't use it often, I will just actually go through how to set up a very basic PowerPoint slide so that you can create a video. So here we are actually in PowerPoint, and to create a new one you can see on the left hand side where I've created our very basic three slide set just to do this presentation, but we'll create a brand new presentation just by going up to the top left hand corner, hitting File, New, Blank Presentation, and of course over here Create, and there we have our blank presentation. It's then just a matter of picking a design, and well, we'll just go for the same one that I used in this mock-up presentation. And as soon as it uploads, there it is. You can see that's the same one. And of course we'll create a few slides in the same design just by duplicating the slide. And there we have, let's say, 3 slides to get going. The first slide, of course, we'll just add our title, etc., maybe add an image or a photo or whatever. But here's a little trick that you might like to use, and even some of the seasoned PowerPoint users I know don't use this one. Let's say we go to our second slide. If we right click and hit Layout, we can then pick whether to a design to use, not so much a design, but in this case a style. We'll pick title and content, and look what happens when I click on that. You see it changes the background to white, which is a lot more user friendly for putting in text and images, etc. Still keeps the same design of the layout that we're preparing, but just gives us nice clean work face to work on. And the same in the third one. We pick the layout. In this case we'll pick the blank one where it gives us a blank workspace. Still keeps the design primarily and gives us this lovely little clean workspace to work on. So there's our blank presentation. And we'll just click out of that because that shows you how to set it up, and then we'll go back and you can see that I've created this little presentation here. So as I said, we're really on about how to create the video from these slides, and to do that we'll actually use Cam Studio. So we'll just click on and bring up the Cam Studio toolbox, and there it is. Just bring it out of the way of our presentation. We're actually only going to record the portion around the slides, and to do that we'll hit the record button, the red record button. It actually then creates or brings up these crosshairs, which we will then just conveniently put in the area we want. You do that by holding the left mouse button down, and you continue to hold the left mouse button down until you're ready to record. The moment you let go of that left mouse button, you're actually in record mode. So let's go. Let go of that, and immediately we are in record mode. So whatever I'm saying now is theoretically part of the presentation. Yours would be a lot more professional than this, but you can see there on the corners, the left, the yellow and greenish corners showing and flicking and changing from left to green. Not only does that show you what is defined and what you are actually recording, it physically shows you that you are recording. You can see that of course over in the toolbox as well, but nevertheless we're in record mode, and then it's just a matter of going through each of your slides, giving a bit of a spiel on the dot points, entertaining your viewers and giving them good content, and as I say, go slide by slide. Now here's one other quick tip that you might like to take note of. You probably heard me clicking between the slides as we went along. Probably a little bit annoying and maybe not so professional. So a tip here is to use your down or page down or page up buttons, and as you can see, you might not be able, well, let's hope you can't hear them going up and down, but just a little bit more professional to go through your slides that way. So there we are, we've basically come to the end of the slides, and we can now click on our Cam Studio toolbox. If we hit the blue stop button, that has actually finished the creating of the screen. We actually now created our video, and it's asking us to save it somewhere. So in this case, let's say we'll save it on the desktop. It actually does save these files as an AV file, But that is certainly a suitable format for uploading to, let's say, YouTube. They just render it into their own, probably FLV format, but AVI is certainly acceptable to do that. So really, if you've done everything right and stopped and started at the correct places, you don't even need to edit your video. It's done for you. And then it's just a matter of hitting the save button, and you'll see what happens when we do that. We'll just call this, say, test V, save it, and you can see it rendering. And after it's rendered, it actually brings up a preview screen where you can go and watch what you've just recorded before you take off and upload, etc. But that's for you to do in your own good time. So there it is. We've actually created the video. Now, I know some of you will be saying, well, yeah, sure, I can go and do that in Windows Live Movie Maker or Windows Movie Maker, Live Movie Maker if you're using Windows 7 like myself. But the reason we don't do that, and I'll quickly show you why, is once you get into doing your PowerPoint presentations and updating and doing them a little more professionally with animations and transitions, etc., you'll realise why you need to do this screen capture. So I'll actually just show you what I mean by that. There's our slide presentation, very basic one as I said, but just by going into that and adding a few very basic animations, you can see what we can do here. So you'd bring up that, talk a bit on that, fly in something, bounce it in, just as you can see, there's a lot of things you can do in PowerPoint that you can't do if you're not setting it into the slideshow motion and then doing a screen capture. So you have all these fancy little things that just add to the professionalism of your presentation. As I say, these are only very basic ones I've set up just as a guide, and then we'll get this to fly out. So there is the end of the presentation that shows you how to create that video using Cam Studio. In this case, you can always certainly go to Camtasia, the big brother of Cam Studio, or as we use Expression Encoder. But certainly hope that helped with your video. You can now upload that to YouTube and send it off to wherever you want. So thank you for joining us on this very short presentation. If you have any queries at all, by all means drop us a line on our support email or visit our blog and leave a comment, and we'll certainly get back to you and answer any questions that you have. So once again, thank you, take care, and bye for now.